Hi everyone, I am Sigal Zoldan and I'm a holistic healer, and people know me as the guide from pain to freedom. And I actually would like to start this Facebook Live with a few breaths, okay? Because the topic for today is how to de-stress, how to reduce stress when too many things are going on. So the first and best thing to do is to pause for a second and breathe, because even for me, joining this or doing this live Facebook broadcast, I had to rush and I had to get ready to be on time and to deliver this for everyone who is choosing to be with me live or through the recording. So let's start by doing that. So let's take a few deep breaths, okay? Yeah, so whoever is joining us already, we're just taking a few deep breaths. I want this conversation to be a relaxed conversation and not a conversation that we're rushing into it or we have to be stressed, right? Because that's why we're here. We're here to not be so stressed. So we're breathing, okay? We're recognizing where we are at this moment in time, and we're breathing. And I'm getting a lot of messages coming in while I'm breathing, and I'm looking at the screen, and people are asking me if they can invite people to this conversation. And absolutely, you can invite people. You can already go ahead and share on your page that you're with us right now. Again, whether you're joining live or joining the recording, you can, we don't have to be here on the same time unless you want to win some things, because whoever shows up to the live video cast will have the opportunity to win some goodies. So, are we breathing? Okay, so where do we begin? You may meet me for the first time. So again, I'm Sigal Zoldan. I'm a holistic healer, and what it means to be a holistic healer is to look at everything that is happening to us from a holistic perspective. So whatever it is, if it's a physical symptom or a physical pain, if it's something doesn't work out in our lives, if we want something and it's not happening, if we have issues in relationships or with our health or with our finances, or with feeling that we're living life but we don't live it to its fullest, then we want to look at it holistically, okay? We want to look at it from a physical standpoint of view, an emotional one, a spiritual and an energetic one, and also a mental one, right? Because our thoughts are creating our reality, and if we change our thoughts, we can change our reality. But the thoughts do come from somewhere. So when we compare holistic healing to classic medicine or symptomatic kind of medicine, we are looking just at a spot in time. We don't see the whole picture. And when we want results, when we want long-lasting results, then we need to look at the holistic picture. So this is just in the nutshell about holistic healing. If you're not yet a part of the, what do we call it? The Feel Your Best Step-by-Step to Well-Being Facebook group, I invite you to join our group. There are fun things that are happening there. And I'm going to post a link to the group after we're done here. But you can always go on Facebook and start typing Feel Your Best Step-by-Step to Well-Being, and it's going to come up. Okay, so this time of the year, every year, I'm finding myself that it's a crazy, crazy time. I am starting to get ready to December in September, because my wave of craziness starts in September, and there's just, everything gets packed. Okay, there are a lot of things going on in every area in my life, and in the last 4 or 5 years, I've started to watch this period of time from a different angle. Hi Shirley, hi Sigal. Because every December I had some kind of physical issue going on. I had a burst of allergic reaction on my face. I was very stressed, I was exhausted, I had adrenal fatigue in the past, so I really need to watch myself and my energy and what's going on in this period of time. And I don't know where you are at this period of time, or some of you, I do know what's going on. But you want to start looking at really, like, where are you in this period of time, so you can keep your sanity and you can keep your well-being and you're not stressed, because stress deteriorates our health. Okay, what it does, I have an article about it on my blog. What happens in our DNA when we have stress, it's like taking the DNA and squeezing it like you would squeeze a rug full with water. So that's what it does to our DNA. Okay, so every time we're stressed, and even if it's the good kind of stress, like a lot of great things are happening, this is still stress. Okay, so it does this to the DNA, and too much of this, it entangles the DNA in such a way that it throws us off balance, and then we need to do a lot of healing and a lot of stuff to bring the DNA back to its normal rotation or vibration, or how it is, okay, when it's balanced. So, and we know that stress can bring to diabetes and create different kinds of symptoms like IBS, like irritable bowel syndrome, different stomach issues. It can create, like for me, one of my weak spots are my neck, or maybe I should not say it. It used to be my weak spot, but I'm watching it. So like if we can suddenly do a movement in exercise and something gets stuck, and that's right, hair loss as well. So the less stress we have, the more we can function in our lives, physically and emotionally. Okay, so let's look at a few things, and I want to do it very practical. Okay, I want to make this conversation very practical, so it's not just an idea somewhere, but you're taking it and you're turning it into something that you really use in your life. That's right, depression, there's so many things, right? So how do we make it practical? We make it practical by you looking into your life, okay? So the first question you want to ask yourself, and maybe you want to bring a pen and a paper, you don't have to sit, and you can multitask. I know that sometimes listening to these kinds of conversations, we like to do other things like fold laundry or fix some things in place. That's fine, but there will be spots in time that I would want to recommend you to write a few things down, so you don't need to take more time and listen to this again, unless you want to and you love spending time with me. Okay, so you want to ask yourself, what are the most important things for me in order to take care of them in our lives? Why? Because we all have the 24 hours that we were given in one day. And time is really an illusion, and when we feel that there is just too much going on, why one person would feel that they have too much going on and another person would not feel that? How come? We all have the same time. And we can say, okay, you have 6 kids at home and you don't have kids at home, or you have a business with 30 employees and you don't have a business with 30 employees, right? Everybody has their own package deal that they got. And it really depends on who we are and how we are, what our relationship with time is. So when I wake up in the morning, for example, and maybe you can relate, I wake up and I feel that there are so many things that I need to do, right? And I used to be very, very overwhelmed in the past, and I started to work on this habit, and things have shifted. So I still wake up in the morning thinking that I have a lot of things to do. But then what I do is I take this breath. I'm saying this is an illusion. It's all in your head that you have all these things that you need to do. Okay? And so I take the breath and I do one thing at a time. Okay? I start my morning routines. I do the things that will get me going to start my day. And lately, I admit my meditation has kind of been pushed away. And I don't like it. But I also don't like beating myself up. So I am accepting that this is what it is, and in a moment you'll hear why it's getting into a different kind of priority. And I don't beat myself up. And a part of not beating myself up is reducing stress. Because if you think that you're bad, that you don't do the things that you're supposed to do, whatever it is, then you are stressing yourself because you're a bad person. You don't do what you think and you know that you should do. And that creates stress. So I take that breath and I say, okay, I am one thing at a time. Okay, I'm going to focus on one thing at a time. So then I do my morning stuff, and then I continue to my day of work. And in my day of work, there are also a lot of moving pieces. Okay, there are people that are asking me questions, there are emails, there are Facebook messages, there are the things that I plan to do. Okay, so I need to prioritize and make order there. So you have your day and you have your priorities. So let's go back to time. If we're thinking that time is an illusion and all the things that we want to do, it's like we have a container. Okay, I have a glass here. And this container is the time that we have throughout the day. And it's up to us what we're going to fill in this container. Okay? If we fill it all the way too much, it's going to spill, right? If we leave it, if we fill it half, then we have some half to breathe. Okay? So we need to learn how to breathe while we're doing what we need to do throughout the day. So I want you to think about your life right now. I want you to think, what is stressing you out? Okay, and I want you to comment below one thing that is stressing you out. Okay, think about it. What is it? And I can give you a few examples. So some people have demands from a lot of people wanting their time, their energy, their advice. Okay, like me. Some people have a lot of kids that they're screaming and they need things. Okay, so it's still people need things from them, but it's kids, and kids need our attention, right? We can't say, okay, I'll get back to you later, or I'm sorry, I'm busy right now. I mean, you can say to kids, but there are things that they really need right now, so you can't just put them on any hold. If you don't have a minute for yourself, okay, just because you're really busy at work and you have you need to buy gifts and you need to get ready for the holiday, or you're going on a trip or a vacation and there are a lot of details to take care of. Maybe you are on the other side, that you feel that you are a little lonely and you wish to be this time of the year with family, and you just don't know where to begin and where to start, and maybe you don't have the money to go to travel to see them. Something is stressing you out. So I want you to share with me, because when you're sharing with me, I can give examples that are related to what you're going through. So I'm going to just look at what you're saying. Alex is saying, not knowing what is the next step I want to take, and by that not taking any. Okay, so the word that jumps to my mind is clarity for you. We'll go back to it. Sigal Ares is saying work, too much work that needs to be done in and not enough hours. Yeah, okay, so you see, all of these things that we tell ourselves are illusions. And I want to say something. I want to say the first thing is, don't believe any word that I'm saying, okay? Go and test it all by yourself, okay? And second, what is the second thing that I want to say? Yes, that if you embrace, as if you pretend, okay, that these thoughts that you have that stresses you are illusions, then wait a second and see what's going to happen, okay? So pretend that what you just said to yourself, whether you wrote it here or you wrote it on a paper at home, it's an illusion. It's not the truth, okay? Not knowing what the next step is, let's assume it's an illusion for you, Alex. And then, what's the first thing you can do? And it happens to me right here. I'm taking a breath. I'm like, I can relax, I can let go. It's not grabbing me, this thought, or the thought that there is too much work to do and there is not enough hours to do the work that needs to be done, right? It's again the container. It's not the container is not big enough to put all the things that we want to do, but let's assume that it's an illusion. Okay, now let's take that and for a moment let's put it aside, okay? And then breathe. It's not the truth, okay? So we're assuming it's not the truth. Just for a few moments. If it doesn't work for you, you can take it back as your truth and wear it again, okay? So now I want you to think of, and I want you to write it down, what are your priorities? What are the most important things in your life right now? And I'll give you first an example from my life, and then you can design yours. Okay, so for me, the top thing is my sleep. Okay, it's sacred. My sleep is sacred. This is, if I don't sleep the 8 hours that I need to sleep, I don't function well, and I can't deal, not emotionally and not physically, I can't function with the world. So I need to do just the bare minimum and rest, and then do more bare minimum until I got my system into a place where I can handle the world. So I've learned it throughout the years that if I try to sleep less, it's not good. So that creates more stress, and the stress deteriorates my health, and it messes up my hormone, and I'm more angry at people, and I'm answering not in a nice way. Not good. Okay, so sleep is the top thing. I wanted to bring spirituality as a second one, and at this point in time when I'm doing this recording, it's not there. Okay, I needed, my food is the second thing, because I notice every morning I wake up, and sometimes I go to sleep very late, and it's a work in progress to go to sleep earlier. It's getting better. And then I'm waking up and I'm really hungry, or something is about to happen, like my cleaning lady is coming to clean, and the way it works at home, I need first to eat and then to go to my meditation. But lately there were just too much doing that I had to take care of, and I needed to push my meditation away. And again, I don't like it. So what I did, because I couldn't allocate the time that I wanted to meditate and elevate to my next level spiritually, I said like this: I'm going to practice mindfulness. And mindfulness is the act of doing what you're doing with awareness. Okay, so if I am drinking water, then I'm drinking water with being present versus thinking of what I need to do next. I am drinking water right now, so I'm present with the water. So you can all take a glass of water or a bottle and take a sip for a moment and practice what I'm doing. Don't think of what you need to do next. Be present with entering, allowing the water to enter to your body. It's so different than being with the mind somewhere else and with the and eating or drinking something. Another thing could be washing dishes. So instead of washing dishes and again thinking or talking, you can meditate while you're washing dishes. So it's not a meditation like this with your eyes closed, it's being present with the now. So instead of finding more time to sit and meditate, what I'm doing it while I'm doing something. So when I take a shower, my tendency is to think about who do I need to call and what do I need to do, and I'm going over my to-do list. So now, because I don't have the time, not making the time to meditate, I take a shower and I'm breathing and I allow the water to wash me and I'm present with it. So I tweaked it in a way that I will mindfully do things versus I'll do something and my brain is going to be somewhere else. Because what is meditation? When you sit to meditate, your mind goes somewhere, and then your job is to bring yourself back to to bring ourselves back to here and now and to our breathing. Okay? And we can do it right now as we are together on the line. So let's regroup. Time is an illusion. The things that we think that stresses us the most is also an illusion. What is not an illusion is breathing. When there is breath, there is life. Okay? We still have the things to do. We still have maybe lack of clarity. We still have whatever you guys are having there and you didn't share. Okay? So It's still there in an illusionary world, but we are, when we are breathing, we're bringing ourselves to here and now to deal with what is coming versus to be stressed. It's coming, it's a lot, I don't have time, more orders, more this, more that, more kids, right? It's like, it's like balls are being thrown at you, and okay, I'm catching this, I'm catching that. And actually last week I had an experience that while I was in the experience, I did not realize how many balls I caught and I threw back. Okay, it was like juggling a lot of things. At the end of this experience, I came home and my feeling was as if I was in a war, and I didn't like it. And I said, wow, I really need to find a way to grow so I don't deal with so many balls at the same time. It was so unpleasant. I did it. I caught the balls and I threw them, right? Not physically, with something that took place. Okay, I'm not going to get into it, but the emotions, how I was, oh boy, that was too much. The next day I was so tired that I couldn't function well, even though I slept. No, actually I didn't sleep. I slept 4 hours because the first 4 hours of my night I had this experience as if I'm still in this war and I need to throw the balls. It was like balls of fire. I need to throw them back to wherever they came from. So it was really stressing and then tiring. So I made some conclusions and I'm going to get better next time. Okay? It was an experience that came to teach me something. And the experiences that you have are also here to teach you something. So remember, mine was sleep. What is yours? What is yours at the top of the list? You can post it if you have something, and even if you didn't write down what stresses you out, you can write or type there, what is your top value right now? What is the most important thing for you right now? So for me, it's sleep, then it's food, and then it's dealing with what's urgent, with what I have to do. And there were many things that I had to push. Like today I sent an email to 3 ladies that I promised them something and I just didn't get to do it. And every day it's on my to-do list and I really want to get to do this, but it just got pushed back and I didn't do it. So today I finally did it. And it wasn't that urgent, but it was important for me to do it. So you want to have your maybe top 5 things. Okay, so what is it for you? I mean, to me, it's going all under my health, because if I don't have my health in good shape, I cannot serve. I cannot help others. Then I need to say to everybody, hey, sorry, I'm not available. I need to take care of myself. So if I want to make myself available to others, I want to guide and teach and support and speak and do these kinds of things and work with my clients, then I have to take care of myself. Okay, so when I say food, for me it's eating healthy, not compromising the fact that I'm busy on eating crappy food that are going to create mess in my body. Okay, so you want to clarify the top 5 things that are important to you. And why do you want to do that? Because when something comes, like those bowls that I was talking about before, when something comes and right now it's not at the top of your priority list, you need to learn to say no to it. Okay, you need to set healthy boundaries. And I want to get into the 5 tools and rituals that will help you with not being so stressed when too much is going on. Okay, but the first thing, you have to have this clarity. So Alex, think about what are your top 5 things. It can be sleep, it can be exercise, it can be kids, okay? Or because if you put kids on the top, yes, kids are the top priority, right? We want to take care of them, but if you don't take care of yourself, it's hard to take care of the kids. It's kind of like when you take a flight, they say put the mask, if something happened, God forbid, then put the mask first on you and then on your kid, because if you put it first on your kid and you didn't put it on you, you might be losing oxygen and be fainting and the kid is now, who's going to take care of them? So I do believe that as adults we need to take care of ourselves first and then the kids. Okay, so assuming you have your priorities, and I would love to see them, okay, it's kind of like a little accountability. So if you're listening to the live cast, then you can post it after, okay? You get kudos for posting it, for commenting, I mean, on this thread. And then when you have it, you just have more clarity of what to say no to, of where to put boundaries. So I want to give you the 5 tools and rituals that will help you to go through this time. Not necessarily according to the order, okay? So the first thing is water. Very, very simple. You want to drink water because water will flush the toxins. When we are stressed, there are toxins that accumulate in the body. Stress creates toxicity in the body. So you want to flush those through the water to take the toxins out. And if you are using essential oils, and you know I like doTERRA's essential oils, then a drop of lemon or wild orange or lime or grapefruit will help more toxins get out of your body. So if you forget to drink water, set a timer for yourself every hour and a half that repeats itself to drink water. Drink water. Okay, so it helps you to cleanse. The second thing is grounding. Okay, when we are stressed, we are not connected to negative ions. These are the same ions that when we go to the beach and we step in the water, in the sand, we get filled with this, right? When we go to nature and we inhale the oxygen that the trees are helping for the photosynthesis process, we can get breath, we are renewing ourselves. So grounding, how do we ground? We step on the grass or on the ground, on earth, right, or on the beach with bare feet, okay, barefoot. Okay, so the foot needs to touch the ground. So you stay there, put your phone away. Don't stay there and be with your phone, because that's what the phones are doing. The iPhones and Android and all that, they are detaching us from the grounding. So you want to put it aside. If you need to listen to something on your phone, you can put it somewhere, but not on you. Like, be for a few minutes without the radiation of electrical devices. So you can sing a song, or you can just breathe and be present and look at the birds and look at the sky and appreciate where you are. But you want that connection to the ground. And if you can do a standing meditation, there are also walking meditation. If you really have to do something, if you can't just stand there, then you can just walk around the yard or wherever you are, and you're just present with every step that you're making. You can take it to different levels, but if you're just standing where you are and letting yourself 3, 5, 10 minutes, that would be good. It will help you to get balanced. The third thing is essential oils. Okay, there are specific essential oils that will help you with grounding. Okay, it's basically tree oils. There's a blend called Balance, and work with specific oils that right now are helping you to de-stress. Okay, if you know your oils, then go to your oils. Okay, I love Petit Grain. Okay, Petit Grain is kind of like the masculine lavender. It's going to appear upside down, Petit Grain, okay, and it's very woodsy. And what I do, I wear a diffuser not necklace, there are necklaces too, but I wear a diffuser bracelet with lava beads, and I put some oil on the lava beads, and then it stays for a few days. And every time when I feel like I do need this breath and I am stressed, I smell it. Oh my God, I love it. Okay, so there are different blends. I would just kind of throw a few pieces. One blend, okay, there is a roller like this. It's upside down. There's that. There is Balance, I already mentioned, but I want to mention Serenity. Okay, also blend to relax you. Wild Orange, Elevation, Citrus Bliss. All these are oils and blends that can help you connect to that sense of relaxation and freedom. So I choose intuitively whichever one I feel drawn to at that time. And I highly encourage you to add essential oils into your life. And if you don't have them yet and you need help, then I would be very happy to support you. So write to me, reach out, and I'll connect you to where to watch something and get more information and get you ready to get started. I cannot imagine my life today without essential oils. Okay, so those were 3 things, right? Water, grounding, specific essential oils. And the 4th thing is very simple. It's breath, okay? Breathing. So I want to emphasize specifically choosing to breathe, because when something happens and you feel like it's too much, or I can't handle it, or you're exploding or about to explode, when we take that breath in, let's do it now. Even with the sigh, we de-stress, we let go. Okay, so during this time when there is just too much going on, we want to do it more and more and more consciously. Okay, like take that breath, and you can even say to a person, just a second, take that breath and help yourself come back home to you, home to your senses, home to your priorities and what you want to do from that point on. Okay, instead of allowing yourself to be pulled to all these directions, because again, stress, right? The DNA. We don't want to deteriorate. We don't want to look old when we're young. Okay, that's what stress will do. And the 5th thing is boundaries. Setting healthy boundaries. And in order to set the healthy boundaries, we have to know, we have to be clear on these priorities that I talked about before. Because if I know that my top priority is sleep, and somebody would invite me to a party, and I know that tomorrow morning I'm supposed to work with clients and I want to be there for them 100%. I don't want to be tired. I don't want not to be present. What's important right now? Is it the party important, or is it my sleep important? Okay? Now, if I know that I can sleep longer tomorrow morning, then okay, I can say yes to the party. Okay? But my priorities are helping me to stay more calm and relaxed. Okay? Another example, if somebody's arguing with you or you're arguing with them, and you have this tendency that you need to say the last word or you need to be right. So maybe you change something. Maybe you choose your priorities. Like maybe one of your items on your list is to have peace of mind. Okay? So instead of being right, somebody said something and your priority is to have peace of mind, and you're saying, okay, here, that breath again automatically, right? Okay, I hear you. I hear you. Don't need to answer, you don't need to battle, you don't need to use a lot of words. You can just go back to the breath and say, I hear you, and pause there. Okay, so it's a boundary even between you and yourself of, I'm not going there. I don't want to, like last night I was driving somewhere with my husband and I don't even remember what happened, and I started to talk, and I said to him, you know, I should shut up right now. Because I don't even want to talk. I don't want to talk about it. So I shut up for like 10 seconds and then I started to talk about something else. And again, I felt that I should be quiet right now. And he said to me, I thought you wanted to shut up. And I said, you're right. I wanted to shut up. So I just put my chair a little back. He was driving and I was breathing. And I just needed a few minutes just to not talk, because I talk a lot. Okay, I talk a lot with people on the phone, and I speak and I record, and it's just a lot. So boundaries, okay? Boundaries of saying no or yes to something, and even boundaries between you and yourself. So I'm summarizing: water, grounding on the earth, using essential oils, choosing to take a breath to pause, and setting healthy boundaries, okay? So what did I write here? Yeah, if you try to please everybody, you are risking getting hurt. Okay, you're hurting yourself. And I had a situation this week that I I didn't try to please, but I predicted a situation that is about to happen because I was invited somewhere on a specific date and it's a birthday of somebody else, and I thought I'm gonna have a clash on these dates. So I'm gonna put it out there, giving a heads up that I may not come to this event. And I got hit from both sides, and I chose not to respond. I chose to take a breath, and normally I will respond, okay? I took a breath and I said, okay. And also remember, right now when this recording is taking place, we are in the first third of Mercury in retrograde, okay? We have 2 more weeks. So Mercury is the planet of communication. I did a call last week, a broadcast on that. Highly recommend you listen to it because there are so many misunderstandings about communication that I choose not to enter arguments as much as possible. So I really intended to do these calls for half an hour, and as you see, I need to grow in being more concise and saying what I need to say in shorter amount of time. So if you haven't shared on your wall that we are live right now, you can go ahead and do that while I'm going to pick one of you who would like to receive it's a card reading, but it's actually a meditation guidance, okay? Guidance with a mudra. Okay, so go ahead, share on your wall that we are live right now. Come back here and post below that you shared on your wall, and I will choose one of you to get to choose a card, okay, about this mudra. So meanwhile, I'm preparing my notes here. You go to share that you're live with us right now. And I want to hear from you. Aren't these great tips that you're getting for life that will serve you for life whenever you feel stressed? I think they are. I love hearing my own advice because I walk my talk and I implement it as well. And something that I wanted to do after my shower is put this blend that is called DDR. It's a blend that helps the DNA. I wanted to put it on my spine. So right now I'm just going to put it here on the top part of my spine. It's for the nervous system to calm it down. Okay, so come back here and tell me that you shared on your wall. And if you did share on your wall, would like to choose you to get this reading and guidance from these wonderful cards. I'm going to tell you a word about these cards. So these are mudras. Mudras are different positions with the hands that are eliciting a certain state that we want to work on, whether it's, for example, trust or flow, or I have some elements here, or lightness, or peace, or potential. Okay, so each movement with the hand is helping that state to take place. Okay, so these are mudras for awakening the 5 elements. Okay, the card deck looks like this. This is the booklet. Okay, and I really want one of you to get it, and if one of you is not sharing that that you shared on your wall, then I'm just gonna draw a collective card here for everybody. So I'm starting to shuffle the cards. I am infusing it with the energy of everybody that is on this call, and everybody that is attracting themselves to this broadcast and will listen to the recording. And I'm asking for the mudra that we all need for the next week, for the next period of time, to work with this mudra to come forth. And maybe you have posted something but it's not coming through. Maybe there is a delay. Mercury in retrograde, right? So that's okay. So let's do just a collective one. And in the future, I want to choose people that are active here and are sharing and all that. Okay, so infuse it with our intention. I will close my eyes, and I'm asking for the card with the mudra that will help all of us to take the next step, to connect to this inner peace, to come forth. Okay, chose something. Ooh, wow, this is complex. It looks beautiful. It's called union. Okay, I'm going to show you the picture. You see the hand movement? Okay, so first of all, I'm going to tell you how to do the hand movement. I'm learning this together with you. Okay, so, but you do this together with me. So cross the wrists with the hands back to back. Okay, so we're crossing the wrists. Okay, then we're taking the left hand close to the heart center. So the left hand is the closest one. So I did the right hand. We want the left hand close. So if this is my left hand, this is going to be the one here, and the right is going to come on top of it like this. Okay, and the next thing is hook the little fingers with the tips pointing upwards. Okay, so we have this, we have this. We're hooking the little fingers with the tips pointing outwards. Okay, it's not easy to do. Okay, we're hooking it. So this is as much as I can hook myself. They're just touching one another. Okay, next, with each hand, touch the pads of the thumbs to the middle and index finger. Okay, so we have left is close to heart, right is coming on top of it. We're hooking the pinky ones. Okay, then we're taking index and middle and we're putting them on on the thumb. Okay, and the ring finger stays up, lifted. Okay, this is the position. Now extend the ring fingers upward at a slight angle. Relax the shoulders back and down. Okay, so once you get it, okay, this, and my index finger, the ring finger is in angle anyway. Okay, relax the shoulders down. So this is the mudra. So we can hold it for a little time. It takes some effort. If you need to lean your hands on a table or something, you could, because then it's easy. Or if you can take them down, to your sides, shoulders down. And try with this motion to relax your body, to relax the effort even in the hands. Alrighty. So as you're staying with this, I'm going to guide you, okay? So this mudra is called Kilaka mudra, and it's for union, okay? It assists intimacy, connection, and balance. The benefits are it enhances the function of the kidneys, the bladder, and reproductive system, balances masculine and feminine energies, cultivates a sense of safety and intimacy. So when you're doing it, there is a focus, and the focus is I allow a greater bond and connection with all to emerge. I allow a greater bond and connection with all to emerge. Now, many times we think, what does this have to do with us? But when we trust that the mudra that came tonight is the mudra that was supposed to come, then something will open up. Okay, so what we'll do now, I want you to hold it, okay, and if you have any questions you can ask, and I'm going to lead you through a very short visualization related to this mudra. If you want, you can close your eyes. And the first guidance is, with eyes closed, and obviously you're not driving right now, with eyes closed, touch the hands close together. Feel the warmth of the skin, and notice the quality of your breath. Feel the cocoon as the lightest protective cover. The cocoon, that energy field around you. Feel it as the lightest protective cover. Relax into this wrapping of light and just let go. Become the light. Feel yourself as safe, protected, and held in the warm embrace. And as you do, put your focus and repeat in your inside, internally, or if you want, vocally out loud. I allow a greater bond and connection with all to emerge. I allow a greater bond and connection with all to emerge. I allow a greater bond and connection with all to emerge. And you may open your eyes. And I believe that when we start working with these mudras, it takes time to get into the positions. Not all the positions of the hands are complex as this one. This one was an advanced one. I see that actually I can do a better wrapping. Where is my... We need to develop coordination here, a better wrapping. Okay? Yeah, union. It definitely looks like a union. I love it. I feel like meditating now. So if you wish to share what it did for you, I'd love to hear it. If you are going to practice it more, you can write down the focus, okay, that I write to you. I allow a greater bond and connection with all to emerge. And I will wish you a wonderful, flowing, peaceful week with lots of water, with essential oils, with grounding, with breathing, with setting healthy boundaries. And I appreciate you, and I appreciate that you joined us tonight. Let a lot of people know that we're doing this, because there's so much good information that can make people's life much, much better and happier and healthier. So I'm here for you, and I am going to be signing off. So thanks again, and many blessings, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.